You're the one I can't let go. My heart beats in stereo. You're the one.
Okay, so for today's video, I figured out some fancy software and things so that. Oh, wait, come back. Okay, so for today's video, I figured out some software and things to be able to do this tier list with you guys. Woohoo! So basically, my idea was to do a tier list of New Year's resolutions and basically rate them on a scale from S being like supreme to F being like basic, boo, anybody could do that, boo, you know. So we can just get started. If it seems like I am crazy today, it is because I am. So yeah. The first goal is getting more organized. When it comes to organization, I think it's very important for your life. I think it is very important to like prioritize. So it is going to go into C. It's not very specific, but it is like important, you know? Okay, connect with community more. I think that is a good thing to do. I think it's good for connecting and networking. I think it's also good for like mental health and like just knowing what's going on in your community and like just getting to know people. So I'm gonna put that also into C. Connecting with family more. That might be a goal for a lot of people. Personally, not a goal for me. How would we rate connecting with family more? Let's put it into the B tier just because I have a feeling that would be difficult to overcome if you're having issues doing that. And yeah, so if you're doing that, I'm proud of you. Taking those steps, good for you. Saving more money, that is kind of I'd say it's kind of basic. I would say it's also not super specific, so it's gonna go in the D tier. Start meditating. So things that take consistency are also pretty rough because I feel like that's what people struggle with the most is just consistency in general. So I'm gonna put that into the B tier. Start a self-care routine. So for me, when I put this one, I was thinking either like skincare or maybe like self-love rituals, like, you know, running yourself a bubble bath and like lighting yourself a candle, you know, doing something for you. I think that's super important for your mental health, and I think it is something that everybody should do, so I am going to put it into the A tier. Work on dietary boundaries. So when it came to this one, I didn't want it to just straight up be like, work on my diet, work on my eating, work on my health. Like, I want it to be like specific to whatever your goals are going to be. So for me, I need to consume less sugar. So that's kind of my simple dietary boundary that I'm going to work on. And I think that it takes a lot to reflect on your boundaries and recognize when you're having an issue and actually adjust it. So I am going to put that also into, maybe I'm going to put it into the A tier. Okay, the next one is create better financial stability. So this one I think is very nuanced. I think it really depends on your different situations and things. But I think it is super important for your future. I think it is a super good goal. I think it is something that is like the most beneficial for you so far on this list. Well, actually, I don't know if I could say that. I think for me personally, it is the thing that is most feasible, I guess. So I'm gonna put it into the S tier. Okay, next one, trying new foods. This one I think for me is gonna go into the F tier, just because trying new foods is great. Like, don't get me wrong. But I think it's something that would be very easy for me to do just by switching up like which restaurant I'm going to and like maybe the friend I'm going with. So for me, it's not like a huge like priority. Okay, spending more time on your goals. I think that one is very non-specific. So it's gonna go in the F tier because we should always be spending time on our goals, I feel like, and that's just not specific. So if you have a better idea for that one and what ranking it should be in, just let me know in the comments. Next one is starting a journal. So I think that's super, super good for your mental health. I think it's very accessible. You can do it on your phone. You can do it like, you know, like with a notebook. You can do it on paper. And I think that it is one of those things that take consistency. So I think we're going to put it into the B tier. The next one is being more mindful. For me, when I think about being more mindful, it goes straight to my awareness of others. Maybe figuring out how I can be more helpful to people in my day-to-day life. And I think that's always important I think it's kind of something you have to be self-aware of. So I think that it honestly can go into the B tier. Next one is going out and socializing more. I think that this is super, super crucial. I feel like in our generation, we're not doing this as much. Bless you. So yeah, I think we need to go out. I think we do need to socialize more. I think we do need to prioritize that. And I wish things were not so expensive so that we could go out more and socialize more. Or there's lower cost, like, things for adults to do, because, like, there's, like, nothing. So that's gonna go in the S tier. Change your career is the next one. And I would put that one into the S tier. It is very intimidating. It is a huge change, and it can either be the best change ever or it can be the worst mistake ever. So I think that should go in the S tier. I think that deserves an S tier spot. The next one is starting a planner and scheduling seasonal cleanouts. I think that this is a great idea for staying clean, staying organized, helping keep, like, your stuff down as far as, like, your possessions and things, just, like, not making it too overwhelming. So I'm gonna do it into B, because I think it takes consistency and it takes follow through, and that is difficult for people. The next one is go into a no-buy year. So no-buy is essentially a movement where you kind of just decrease your consumerism from things that, like, you don't have to do. So for me, that's going to look like not shopping on Temu, not shopping on Shein, not shopping on Amazon, because I have other places that I can get things from that are not there. And even if it costs me a little more money, for me, I would rather spend a little more money than promote these sites or give these sites my hard-earned cash. So going into a no-buy year, I'm going to put that into the S tier list because I think it's super important. I am kind of the woke friend a little bit, and I think we shouldn't be buying on Amazon. And same thing, not just Amazon and stuff like that specifically, more so pertaining to regular, like, everyday life. It's just being able to self-reflect and being able to put money away instead of giving it to these greedy corporations in general. That's just a good thing to do. It's not just about, like, my own moral complexities that I have with these companies. I think that it's good for you in general to go and be more mindful about where you're spending your money. So yeah, it's an S tier goal. Next one is getting more active, and you already know where I'm going to be putting this one. Actually, no you don't, because I was going to put it into the B tier, but I'm actually going to put it into the A tier. I think that it's very, very important to become more active, especially just, like, if you're in a sedentary, that's the right word, I think, sedentary lifestyle. Getting more active is definitely going to make you feel better. It's going to make it easier for you to move in general, and it's just worth it. I don't know. I know that it's super difficult because it is all about consistency, and it does hurt. Like, I mean, if you think about it, when you work out, you're breaking your fat cells down and you're rebuilding them with muscle fibers. Like, yeah, that hurts. That hurts a little bit. So I think that it's a great goal for people to get more active and actually try to go through with that. I know that I am desperately looking for more people to, like, get active in groups with and, like, go on, like, more hikes, go and be more, like, outdoorsy with. So yeah, I think that's a great goal. Okay, the very last square. Oh my gosh, reading more books. So when I wrote this one, it was very similar. Is in a similar vein to socializing, because I feel like we're losing a lot of, like, I feel like our brains are digressing. And I think reading more books would help us a lot. And I also think socializing more would help us a lot, because I think this is more a result of, like, them damn phones more than anything. So yeah, I think we should be reading more books. I'm putting that into the S tier because it can never be a bad thing to read more books. So this is what our tier list is looking like. We have, in the S tier, creating better financial stability, going out and socializing more, changing your career, going into a no-buy year, and starting to read more books. These are the goals that are going to be the most productive. For sure. According to Chrissy. Now, down in the F tier, trying new foods and spending more time on your goals. I mean, spending more time on your goals doesn't really seem to make a lot of sense being in the F tier now that I'm looking at it. But I put it there because it's not specific enough, and I feel like we should just in general be doing that. And trying new foods is just too easy. Like, I don't know, you can't have that. You can't have something that you could literally do tomorrow as your New Year's resolution. Yes, you can. I just think that I don't know. Maybe trying new foods is an S tier goal. I don't know. Let me know what you think down in the comments. If you liked the video, please remember to like. If you enjoyed spending time with me, feel free to subscribe and see me again in the next video. I am going to be uploading much more this year. I am so sorry about last year. I don't know what happened last year. Yes, I do. But this year, hopefully, will be better. I have a new setup. I have new equipment, and yeah, here's to a better year of more uploads and more enjoyment. Have a great week, because I will see you next week.